Boom! We're back. Hey guys. Tonight we wanted to talk to you about saying no. N-O.
Yep.
There's a lot of things you could say no to in life.
Drugs.
Drugs is one. Yes. Yeah, it's a big one actually. But what we wanted to talk about is how it relates to you creating your own business and you being your boss. But before we get into that, I have a story, a kind of funny story I want to share about 8th grade basketball for me. And it was just a normal game, I guess you could say, a road game. We're going to Yakima, which is about, it was an hour away at the time. And I'm excited, I'm stoked. It's basketball. Any basketball game is good. But on the way there, I noticed my stomach wasn't feeling too good. So I'm kind of like, well, maybe I'm just nervous. It'll pass in a sec. So once the game's going, I'll be fine. We get to the game starts. I go in, I'm still kind of like, oh, I'm not feeling too good, you know. But I play anyways. And then my coach subs me out, and I'm sitting on the bench. And that's when as soon as I sat down, it started to really bubble. And I was like, oh shoot, I should probably be finding a bathroom now. And for whatever reason I didn't, because I felt that I needed to be there for my team. And just then, as all these thoughts are going through my head, my coach looks down the line and is like, Moss, you're in. And I'm like, oh shoot. So I'm like, okay, I'll do it, whatever. This is going to be gone as soon as I get in the game. So I kneel down, I'm waiting there. I'm like, still, it's going through my head. I'm like, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. And the ball goes out of bounds, and I get subbed into the game, and I'm like, okay, I'm still on the court, I can do this, I can do this. And for whatever reason, the ball got deflected. I think the guy passed it, and it got deflected down the court. And so I just haul down, take off after the ball, and before it hits out of bounds, I jump and I save it, and I'm like, oh, that, okay, that's it, you know. And it goes in, and my teammate gets it, and he lays it in. The other team calls timeout. So I'm like, okay. So I run over to the coach, the timeout. I'm like, before he says anything, I'm like, Coach, I gotta go to the bathroom. I gotta get out of here. And he's like, oh, all right. Well, you go do whatever you gotta do, you know. And I'm like, okay. So I take off, and I run to where the locker room is, and the door's shut. And I'm like, I go to pull on the door, and the door's locked. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Why would the door be locked?
Yeah, I don't know why you would lock it.
But it's a road game, and it's 8th grade, so some fishy things happen in 8th grade. Basketball, apparently. So I'm like, oh shoot. So I'm running through the school. I'm running down the halls like, where's the bathroom? Where's the bathroom? And I find a janitor cleaning. I'm like, you gotta point me to the bathroom, man. He's like, oh, it's right down that way. So I find the bathroom, and I'm able to do my business. But because of that, like, my stomach still wasn't feeling that well. So I wasn't able to play, which, I mean, the game was pretty much over. And, I mean, I just basically zonked out on the bus, passed out, slept the way home. But what that experience taught me, especially in basketball season, is I had to watch what I ate. Like, before games, I had to really cut down on what I was eating, like sugars and stuff, and just really anything. I started to pay attention to what I was eating. I had to say no to certain foods, like, am I going to eat this donut before the game? Oh, I have the game. I don't want to have that past experience happen. And so that's what we wanted to talk about tonight, is doing that in your own business. So.
And, like, sometimes it's hard to say no, because, I mean, sugar is addicting. It's easy to say yes to, but it just comes down to knowing why you're saying no, and knowing what it's going to help you with later on. That's like, I mean, that's why you would do
I mean, like, in terms of business, whatever you want to say, is like, you got to put that first. You got to have that goal in mind at all times. And when a friend calls you up and is like, hey, we're going out tonight, and you're like, oh, well, I got to finish this business, I got to finish this blog, I have to finish this video, I have to finish this post, or whatever, this landing page, or whatever it is, you got to do that. You got to say, sorry, man, I can't make it tonight, maybe some other time. And that can be hard. But what helps me to do that is if you take that little second, that one night, maybe it's a Friday night, maybe it's a Saturday night, and you zoom out So you take that and you zoom out your whole life. How long is that one night that you had that you missed out on? And how good could that possibly be, one night? And that helps me. And then you think about, okay, once I do make it to where I'm earning the income I want to earn, how much more fun am I going to have when I have that? To be with my friends, I'm going to be able to not worry about things like, oh shoot, I don't know if I have enough money for this, or I don't know if I should be doing this right now. You're just going to be like, hey, I can do this because I'm where I want to be.
Yeah.
And so that's what we challenge you guys to do, is take a look at that stuff, take a look at invites that you get, and just put your priorities, be your own boss. Put your priorities the way they should be if you're your own boss, basically. So get out there and start saying no or yes, whatever way is best for you and your business and your dreams. So we're here and we're rooting for you. Ask us any questions.
And we'll say no. I mean, we'll help you out.
All right, we'll see you.